and welcome back to my channel. So I'm completely barefaced today. We are going to be playing with some new Physicians Formula makeup. It has just launched and I am so excited. And let me know if you like my background. I didn't have anything behind me and I put this behind me in my IMATS haul. In case you have seen that video, you already have seen this, but I just decided to leave them in the background because it was better than having a blank space for right now. Let me know if you guys like it. But these are the new Physicians Formula makeup that I have to play and test out today. I have the Healthy Foundation in LC1, which is Light Cool 1. This one is $14.95. I have the Killer Curves Mascara in black. This one is $10.95. I also have the Brow Last in brunette. This one was $10.95 as well. Then I have the Healthy Lip in Berry Healthy. This one is $7.95. And then I have one more, the Healthy Lip. This one is in Nourishing Plum. It is also $7.95. Before we get into the actual try-on portion of this, I am going to mention that if you want to save some extra cash on Physicians Formula, I bought everything off their website, and if you go on their website, there is a button that is at the top. It says save 50%. Have one of your friends or family member or anyone go on there, click on it. You're gonna enter an email. Whoever receives that email is gonna receive a 50% off coupon code that you can use on their website. Once you use the coupon code, the person who sent you that email will also receive a 50% off code. So if you wanna use it first, have someone email you that code and you will save some extra cash. That is exactly what I did, and my total would have been, I think it's in $50 range, but I saved $26.38 and only paid $26.37 for the entire lot. So if you are thinking about getting this, do that. So the first product I am going to try out is the Brow Last, the long wearing brow gel. So this is supposed to be a long wearing, water resistant, transfer proof, smudge proof, budge proof brow transformer with brow enhancing ingredients. So the key ingredients are nourishing vitamins B and E, long wearing silicone resin, conditioning and strengthening blend, brow enhancing fibers. So basically what you are gonna do is you have to have a clean brow before you put this on. You are gonna use the product that comes in the little gel part and use the angled brush to create hair-like strokes. After that, you're gonna take the spoolie on this side and you're gonna comb through it and make it more of a blended brow and make it look a little bit more natural. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this little angled brush. It looks like just a very thick kind of wad of hair at the end with a lot of product. For me personally, I use a very thin angled brush when I am doing my brows, but that is because I have barely any hair there, so I have to be very careful. If you have thicker brows, this could probably work. I will try and use the actual angled brush it does come with and use that to fill in like the larger areas, but when it comes to the front of the brow, I am going to be using my own brow brush. I mean, I think most people really have their own brush that they go to. So this is the angled brush that I always use. The name I can never pronounce. It's Bean Gachis Paris, and it is the eyebrow brush. So let me zoom you a little bit closer so you can see my brows a little better. All right, there we are. So I'm gonna do one brow for you guys and then I'm gonna do the other one. So let's test it out with the little angled brush it comes with. Okay, so it's definitely very thick, so if you have very thin brows, you are definitely gonna wanna take a smaller angled brush, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plop some to the back of my hand and I'm gonna dip off of there. Okay, now let's take the spoolie and let's comb through it and make it more natural. Okay, so since I have such thin brows here on the end, I think it wasn't that great of an idea to use the actual wand it came with. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take my little concealer brush, I'm gonna take some concealer and clean up around the edges. But here you guys go, just so you can see in reference my eyebrows, it is a huge difference. My brows are very thin, very sparse, and this product filled it in really beautifully. And here we have it, two brows on my face, and right off the bat, I feel like I am really impressed by this product. We are gonna see about the actual longevity about it, and if it is actually smudge proof, but the actual application of this was really nice. I feel like the product went on really well. It distributed evenly. I I was able to reshape it. It didn't dry down instantly to where if you make a minor mistake, it's just gonna be like completely effed up the rest of the day. And honestly, my brows did not take me that long. My brows usually take me forever. They are the longest process that I go through with any of my steps. So let's keep it moving. We are gonna go into the Healthy Foundation. It has an SPF of 20. So this is also supposed to be a very long-wearing product. It's buildable, it's breathable, and lightweight, medium to full coverage with a healthy satin finish. This is also supposed to be hypoallergenic. It's fragrance-free, it's paraben-free, it's gluten-free, it's also cruelty-free, and it's vegan. And I believe that is the case with all of their products, everything except for the lips. I double-checked right now, and the lips are not vegan, but they are paraben-free, fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, cruelty-free, and all of that good stuff. So the Healthy Foundation, I have actually been putting to the test a few days now. I got this in the mail, and then it was IMATS weekend. I didn't have a chance to film, and I really couldn't wait to try it, so I actually tested out the first day at IMATS. And I'm really happy I did. That was a long day, not only because of IMATS. I actually ended up going out later that night. It was my sister-in-law Corellia's baby shower, and this got put to the ultimate test. So I will be going over that as I apply the foundation. And the way in which you apply your foundation is using this giant doe foot applicator. I'm just gonna dot this all across my face, and then I'm gonna give you guys the deets about this foundation. Also, just so you guys get the full idea of how each side looks like, I'm gonna use a EcoTools sponge on one half, and then I'm gonna use my Morphe Y6 on the other. My preferred method is the beauty sponge, but I feel like you can use them either way. So when this foundation says that it is buildable coverage, it is very true. When it came to the worst foundation video that I did, that foundation was horrible when it said it was buildable. It did not build, it looked cakey as beep. But this foundation I have layered up numerous times before, and it applies so beautifully. It doesn't get too cakey or too heavy. It still feels really lightweight. When you first apply it, it is definitely more of a lighter coverage. It is definitely not full coverage by any means, but it just looks so natural and beautiful. It does also have lots of good stuff in it. It has vitamin A, C, and E. It also has hyaluronic acid in it. So here is what one half looks like with just using the beauty sponge. It is just a very natural coverage. I've been loving this on the days in which I really want it not to look like I'm wearing too much makeup. I have a lot of redness on my face, so I enjoy wearing foundations, but I mean, I don't want to wear full coverage every day. It also does not cover fully blemishes. As you can see, a lot of them are still poking through that I have. Let's do the other half with the Y6. The foundation I actually wore for about 16 hours. It was a long time to have foundation on your face. Which, I mean, you really shouldn't have it on for that long. I just didn't have the opportunity to take it off. We got ready for IMATS. It was around 7 o'clock we started getting ready, and that's when I applied the foundation for the first time. We then stayed at IMATS all day, almost until it ended. I think we left around 4:30. After we left, it was actually my sister-in-law's baby shower, and I had to, of course, go. And then it wasn't until about 10:30 or 11 that I actually took off my foundation. And it wore beautifully. Around the 7.5 hour to 8 hour mark is when I started noticing that it was getting a little bit shiny in my T-zone area, but that is because my skin type is oily. It tends to get oily no matter what I do. So what I did is I just blotted, and then I applied a little bit more powder to my T-zone area, and I was set for the rest of the night. I was so incredibly happy about it, and I was so happy that I decided to test it out that first day because it got the most brutal testing. It also did not settle into any of my fine lines or any of my pores. I also had my mom test out the foundation as well, and she said it was phenomenal on her. her. She said she couldn't even tell that she had foundation on. It did not settle into any of her lines, any of her pores, which can be the issue with some of her foundation as well, is that it settles into the pores and you can really see it. It looked great. And here is the other half with using the brush. So I feel like the coverage you get from either a brush or a sponge, I mean, it's about the same. I just usually go with the sponge because it's very quick. I'm gonna be finishing up the rest of my face. I'm just gonna be doing a tiny bit of eyeshadow. It's gonna be a very natural kind of makeup day. Then I will be right back. So I decided to keep it very natural and just do my regular steps, which I always use my Physicians Formula Light Bronzer. This one, hands down, one of my favorite bronzers like ever. And then I decided to keep with the Physicians Formula theme, and I went ahead and used my highlighter by them, but in Translucent Pearl, which just gives you a very nice kind of soft icy glow without being like overly icy, which I'm saying it's a very natural makeup day, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with the darkest shade of the lip colors. I am gonna take Nourishing Plum, which is this one. I'll go ahead and swatch these two really quickly. And here are the two swatches. We have Berry Healthy down at the bottom, and we have Nourishing Plum up at the top. Both colors would look really gorgeous. I tend to go a little bit more bold. That's just me. I don't know. I'm gonna try out Nourishing Plum. Let's see if it's too crazy for my natural makeup day. So here is with one layer on. I feel like this is one of those that you might have to put 2 layers on, so let's apply a second. Ooh, that's pretty. It is a velvet finish, so it's definitely not gonna dry down by any means, so that is something to keep in mind, that it's not transfer proof. It does feel very comfortable on the lips. Now let's go ahead and jump into the last product I have to test out. It is gonna be the Killer Curves in black. And of course this has tons of healthy ingredients in it as well, which is of course the theme. It is infused with provitamin B5, peptides, amino acids, to nourish and strengthen lashes. And here is what the packaging of the mascara looks like. It does have 2 wide ends, so I'm pretty sure you can stand it just upright on your counter or vanity or anything, whatever you have to put on your makeup. And here is the hourglass wand. So let's see if it gives me a lot of extra volume. I'm gonna zoom you guys in one more time. Hey guys! So let's test this out. So here is what one eye looks like with the full-on mascara compared to the natural eye. I feel like it definitely does give some volume. I don't know if it's like anything extraordinary. I had quite a bit of fallout from the mascara actually like drizzling down. Oopsie, I smeared it, oops. So that's one of the annoying things that I don't really enjoy about mascaras, is when they are like a little bit too flaky and they just drizzle down. And here we are at the end. Now I have mascara on both eyes. I'm not too crazy obsessed with this new mascara. I felt like it was a little bit messy. I transferred to the upper part of the lid, you know, where the part where you usually don't want mascara to go. It is currently 10:26 a.m. I do have an appointment to run off to, but it kind of works out because I want to do a wear test on most of these products. The foundation I already know about. The lips and the eyebrows and the mascara are gonna get a full-on wear test. I will be going about my day. I'm gonna drink some coffee, I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I will update you guys after a few hours of wear. So I will be back in a couple hours for me and just a second for you. And surprise, what was 1 second for you was 24 hours for me. When I left yesterday and ran my errands and all of that, I actually ended up getting into a car accident. A car hit me on my driver's side door and wheel. My door actually ended up getting stuck to where I couldn't get out. It was kind of scary. It was not a fun day. It kind of turned into a very bad day. I did not feel like coming back and recording. I just kind of wanted to just, you know, just decompress from it all. It really sucked. My car is effed up and I can't even drive it right now. Luckily though, I did not have a scratch on me. I was perfectly fine, but that is why I did not do any check-ins, and it is a new day and new makeup, which I tried to recreate what I did yesterday as best as I could, except for I decided to switch up the lip color and put on Berry Healthy so that way you guys could see what that looks like on the lips. It definitely to me looks like just kind of my lip color, but a little bit more vibrant. I would say definitely Nourishing Plum is kind of more my style. I tend to go to the very vibrant colors, but still a very beautiful shade with Berry Healthy. So even though I didn't do any check-ins, I did keep my makeup on all day, and I do have my final thoughts for you guys and all my opinions. So let's go ahead and start with what we started with yesterday, which was the Brow-less long-wearing brow gel. I love this product. The amount of products I use for my brows on the daily, let me show you guys, is kind of a lot. So I actually start with outlining my brows. I then fill them in with a little bit of tinted brow pomade from NYX. I will sometimes also add a little bit of powder on it just to kind of like set the whole thing with my Milani brow kit. And then I will fill in some little fine strokes in the front to like make it look like my hair with the Kat Von D Tattoo Brow. So I use 4 brow products on the daily. That's just kind of how I've built it up. With this product though, I was able to put on just this, and that was it. I feel like definitely if you like creating those little hair-like strokes in the front, you won't be able to do that with this. It does get a little bit messier and it doesn't look as fine. I would definitely go in with something like the Tattoo Brow and create those little fine strokes. But it was able to fill in my brows so precisely. I mean, it filled in everything where there is no like sparse spots. And since it is a brow gel, it is gonna lay the hairs where you want them. So you won't even have to do that final step of adding a brow gel on top. So for this product, if I think it is like, say, the Wonder Brow, where your brows are not gonna move even if you like tug at them, that's not the case. They will move. I did try yesterday because I was like, why not? I'm not going anywhere else. And I started like moving it around, and you can move around the product if you're really trying. If you happen to like touch your brow or you happen to like scratch it lightly, the brow product is not gonna move if you do not use a lot of force. That is a really good thing about this, because with some other products, I mean, I am always scared to like touch my brows too much because I'm thinking I'm gonna like touch it and then I'm gonna look in the mirror and be like, oh my god, my brows are gone. So this product is a 100% stamp of approval. Like, you need to test this product out. I think you would really enjoy it, and it might just knock out a lot of products that you are using on your brows. Then going in order, we have the Healthy Skin Foundation. It wears so beautifully. It doesn't even feel like it's on your skin. Even when you layer it up, it does not feel overly cakey. It does not settle into any of those fine lines or wrinkles or settle into the pores where it just looks like it's like a little crater. It just really looks great. It is a very natural looking foundation. This is definitely gonna be one you wanna wear on your more natural days. It's not gonna be full coverage. It's not gonna give you that full-on cake look, but it is very beautiful and definitely on the daily kind of foundation. The only downside is, of course, they don't have the greatest shade range selection. I'm looking on their website here, and these are the shades in which they offer. So if you guys go ahead and check on their website, you'll see all the shades that they offer. One more thing to note is that this does have an SPF of 20. So I did notice some flashbacks when we were at the baby shower and we were taking pictures out at night in the dark using flash. I did notice there was a little bit of a white cast on my face. It wasn't anything too crazy, but I mean, you kind of like see it and you're like, dang it. So just keep that in mind if you are gonna be taking flash photography at night. This might not be the one you want to use, but during the day, this could be perfect. So the mascara, I'm not crazy about. I feel like it is kind of a little bit too messy, in my opinion. I feel like it doesn't do too much to lengthen the lashes. I feel like it coats them very nicely, but from what their picture is trying to show you is that you are gonna get some serious voluptuous volume, which I feel wasn't really the case. But in all honesty, this mascara just felt kind of short for me. I felt like it did not live up to what it was supposed to do, and for that reason I would say this is probably a skip product. Then we have the 2 healthy lips, and I had the shade Nourishing Plum and Berry Healthy. So I think I had about 5 hours of wear using the Nourishing Plum before I decided it was time to eat something and have some coffee. And after that, it was starting to wear down a little bit, but not to where it was crumbling. I have had liquid lips crumble after I eat, and it just is the worst. This one just, you know, it started to fade a little bit, but then reapplication and good to go. I got several hours of wear out of this one, and reapplication was not a hassle. It did not bunch it up. It went on very beautifully. And with all of these items, the packaging is very nice. It looks very luxurious for being at the drugstore. It almost feels like you're buying a high-end item. But that was everything for the Physicians Formula tested. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. We found some great new products that I hope that you guys check out, and if you do, leave me a comment down below and let me know how you like it. And as always, if you like the video, please like it, subscribe if you have not already. I post 2 videos a week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!